Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Timestamps down below because this is going to be an all Arsenal video.
Say all Arsenal, all Arsenal, all Arsenal 10 times fast.
I know, that is a tongue twister. But yesterday, big win against Brighton in the, this used to be the Conti Cup, I believe, and I almost get confused now. Now it is the Subway Cup. Not Subway trains, but Subway like
Eat fresh. Okay. Oh, so that's why there was all scan the code for Subway.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of the big news. They are in the semifinals.
Oh, I thought the big news was Subway took over.
No, that was
Subway's the new sponsor. Okay, not the big news. All right.
And they are officially into the semifinals. Had a big match. They didn't score until the second half, but Frida Monum came through with a goal. Katie McCabe got a goal. Cara Cooney-Cross. And the player of the match, who they kept calling Caldonte.
MARIONA Caldenty.
Yeah, did everyone hear him kept saying Caldonte? Maybe that's the way they say he says it in England, the announcer. But I thought it was very strange. I've never heard anyone pronounce it Caldonte, like Donte. But big win. So that means in the semifinals, they are going to play Man City. We'll see. They're trying to three-peat this tournament. So we'll see if they win. Chelsea is going to face West Ham. So because West Ham, I think, was an upset over the Spurs. So, some people are saying, why does Chelsea always get the easier route to things? But that's just the way it goes, I suppose.
Nepotism. Subway has to differentiate the Subway cup, like a drink cup, with a Subway cup, like this football cup.
Yeah. I don't know, it makes me hungry every single time I was watching the game. And so that's what happened yesterday. So did everyone watch the game? But, this is kind of what the video is more about. But Renée Slegers, again, she has another win on a streak. She can't lose. Renée Slegers can't lose.
Knocking on wood, just in case.
Every single time she goes out there, the team has such trust in her, and they believe in her. They like the way she coaches, and I feel like it really is the perfect match. It's like a match made in heaven, in my opinion, with the Arsenal squad as it is with Renée. I really do think that. And one of those reasons I really think that she's kind of a match made in heaven for Arsenal is something that happened when she was announced permanent manager of Arsenal, because something happened. I think it was a pretty big surprise to a lot of people. Maybe not people who really followed her when she was the assistant coach and maybe followed her career, but not only is she looks like she has a partner, I'm assuming wife, but I'm just because I'm not sure for a fact, it's partner and a little kiddo. She has a whole family that we didn't know about.
Where's she been hiding this family?
And I was on social media, and it looked like most people who most people, unless you super duper follow her, pretty much had no idea she had a partner / married and had a child. Because what they did is they showed her walking with her son. She was talking to her partner, and they were kind of talking about the kiddo. Oh, does he know all the Arsenal chants? He goes, yeah, he knows the Stina Blackstenius chant. He knows another chant. It was just a super cute video. Hey, it's me. I'm just editing. And I guess, so Arsenal on their Instagram just put that little tiny clip on their Instagram of them walking, talking about the chants, but the full video is on arsenal.com, and I believe you have to make an account. It's free. Most people, I'm assuming, have one to see the full video, and the full video is super cute. It has them just kind of interacting with each other, kind of talking about the kiddo, talking about football, but you can kind of just see the interactions between Renée and her family. So super cute. So if you want to see the full video, arsenal.com, and then you have to sign up for an account, and then we can't play it here because it's copyright. I should be able to play that little clip they put on the Instagram. If not, then I'll just put screen caps of a lot of it, but it's super cute, so you got to check that out. And then you could see them when she officially signed the papers that made her the official coach. And like I said, I saw a lot of people who said, I had no idea she had a wife.
I love to see the extra representation out there. It's one thing when it's the players, it's good, it's great, it's amazing. But when it's the coaches too, it's like, okay, I love to see it. It's beautiful, and love is love. What can I say?
And then someone left a really good comment. So I'm going to have Sarah read this comment because this explains a little more. But I'll have Sarah read this comment.
In the last video, you talked about Renee. I saw on TikTok that she has a wife. Did y'all know that? Caught me by surprise, but I love it if true. Someone said she's married to Maja Krantz, I'm not sure how to say that name, was a Swedish defender, and they have a son together. If it's true, really love how they moved from crusty ass straight white male Jonas to a queer female Renaissance. Also thinking maybe I need to move to the Netherlands. She and Dan are from the same part of the country and look very similar and are both queer. Lots of coincidences.
Yeah. A couple things. So I'm going to first start off with the fact that she is a queer female who is the head of Arsenal, who is the coach of Arsenal right now. I think that means a lot. I think that means a lot for, I don't know, like the first word that came to mind is like solidarity, but that's not necessarily the idea. Like, oh, you're a lesbian or you're queer, we're all together. But it kind of does mean that. It kind of does mean that at the same time. You know what I mean? Like if you feel like they understand you in a way, maybe someone who isn't LGBT might not. You know what I mean? Like we said, we didn't know she had a wife and a son. Most people didn't. But she didn't have to bring her wife and her son in the video. She knew thousands of people were going to see it. She knew that it was going to be like a talking point at this point because her son, she didn't have to do that. But I think it's really special she chose to say, this is my wife, this is my partner, this is my son. I thought it was really special. Hey, Renee decided to say, I'm going to bring my wife, I'm going to bring my kiddo.
Well, I assume everybody's gay until they prove that they're straight. So I'm the opposite.
Yeah. So I just thought that was really special. I didn't know, and that's kind of point number one. But point number two is based on what that comment said about her partner. So she's a former Swedish defender. I looked at where she played Renee's partner, and then I cross-referenced that with where Renee played, and they both played for the Swedish club Linköpings. I think that's how you say it, Linköpings, for a couple years together. So my assumption, or I'm guessing, is that is where they met because they both played there for a couple years. My guess is that's where the relationship formed. They got together. Now, the fact that Renee is now the coach and now has her own players who are in relationships now. And I know this isn't her first head coach job, so I know she's been a coach and probably had players in relationships, but this is the most high profile job, A, that she's had, but B, that you can really have in women's sports. And I think a lot of people's opinions, one of them. And a lot of people on her team, on Arsenal, are in high profile relationships. So, that's another context to it. She firsthand has knowledge of, people give the lesbian soccer players guff for, it's a dating league, it's not a soccer league. But Renee's like, no, it
can be both. Okay. We can have the queer bachelorette.
Well, because take that, you say, well, Renee's like, yeah, maybe I found my love when I was playing with her. These players might find their love, and we can do both. We can win, be professional, play ball, and also find love. It isn't a conflict of interest like a lot of people think it is.
And yeah, now she has her cute little family.
Yeah. So you can say, well, Renee understands these players even more intimately is not the word, but that idea. She really understands what these players are going through, because maybe that's where she found her love. Now, that isn't confirmed. I just looked at their careers and I saw the overlapping where they played. So I'm assuming that's where they met. That's kind of the thing I wanted to talk about, where I don't know, I think it's kind of special. They really understand the players. She really understands the players, like in a way that Jonas could never understand the players. You get what I'm saying? Like, he couldn't understand. Then also the idea of, because we go from Renee possibly finding her wife playing with her, juxtapose that to what did Emma Hayes say? I don't think a player-to-player relationships are appropriate. I mean, that really shook a lot of people. Because I really feel that's how Emma felt. You know what I'm saying? Even if she says, I feel bad, that's not the words, that's not my intent. I really feel that's what Emma felt. And you can just see, well, the difference. Oh, Renee understands. She's had her relationship. She but Emma, I don't know. I would feel much more comfortable playing with someone who understands me. But I think it's something very special what Renee can kind of personally bring to the team.
They probably feel like it's a safe space.
Yeah. And that's important because the video where Renée kind of introduced her partner and her son to, I don't know, the world, to Arsenal, there was even homophobic comments in that, in the comment section. Now, they got filtered out, but what you can do is go to the very bottom. It says comments that were filtered out, but you can still see them. Like, I don't know how that works because you could still see them. And it said like, oh, where's her husband? And we know what they're saying. That's a homophobic thing to say. And then people were like, she has a wife or she has a partner. And then other people were like, dude, read the room. The person wants to just be homophobic at that point. Where's your husband? So again, Renée personally knows exactly what these girls are going through in that situation. You know what I mean? I'm sure that comment I could see, but I'm sure there was a lot of other homophobic comments that they just filtered out that maybe I couldn't see, but I saw that. I'm like, she really understands. Then I saw a comment like this, and then I guess we'll kind of wrap up this, and then I saw a comment like this.
I'm not usually one to go on about stuff like this, but this is a real example of representation and the fact that it matters. On a few different matters, women in sport managerial roles, player working her way up to a managerial role, and also a family with 2 moms. Yes, I know she's not the only one, but it's nice for the younger generation growing up to have this as a normal part of life, because it hasn't always been accepted. Yes.
Exactly. And we're still, we know there's still a lot of homophobia out there. A lot of people, I was thinking, Sarah even brought up Casey Stoney, her family. I mean, the ones that are just saying, hey, this is us. I'm a coach and this is the way it is. I just think it's inspiring too, So I saw that. And like I said, before Renée had the video of her at Arsenal, I did not know she had the partner. And like I said, it's not confirmed that's where she met her partner. But if it is, she really understands the players. And actually, Leah Williamson had some really nice words to say about Renée as well. This isn't about, her having a family, but they just really seem to like her. And they think, and I'll have Sarah read this.
Leah talking about Renée Slegers. Before Renée took over, she did a lot with me on just understanding. I just feel like she sees me. It is probably a Dutch thing, but she doesn't say things for the sake of it. She says what she means. And I think she looks at things from a slightly different perspective than I have known from a coach. As I got older, circumstances, everything that's happened, injuries, I became such a protected person. I protected myself in any way I could, which means you actually end up being less vulnerable. But I think as a footballer, to grow, you have to be open. Renée has just unlocked that. It is a safe space to be honest and open about how I am feeling, what I do like, what I do not like. Seems like they have a great relationship, and I love that. I love what she said about her.
Yeah, so it just seems like a great fit. Will there be bumps in the road with Renée? I'm sure, but they really seem to like her, and the fans love her. And after her, after her debuting her wife and her kiddo, they love her even more.
Yeah, we stan. We love it.
Totally. So, I just love it. And thank you for the couple people who did leave that comment, because I didn't realize that I don't see everything Arsenal posts. I see most of it. But, I just have my notes too that, very sweet and very brave too, because I think as a new coach, you just want to be seen as the person in charge, the leader, and kind of showing that you're because I don't even think I ever saw Jonas's family. You know what I mean? I heard he's a good family man, but I just love that she had her wife and her kiddo in the video. I just thought it was so sweet. Makes even more sense why she knows Swedish too, because she's famously fluent in Swedish. So what does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. Is the Arsenal going to be the winners of the Subway Cup?
And do they get free Subway sandwiches, free Subway for life, free Subway for a year? What's good?
Yeah, exactly. They should.
What's good, Subway?
And then Renée Slegers, were you one of the people just like Sarah and I were surprised? Not only that she has a partner and a kiddo, but that she decided to kind of, I keep saying debut them or kind of show them on a big Arsenal video, and that she knew a lot of people would see. Actually, someone says here, I had no idea that Renée had a partner and a child. This is so sweet. I'm really looking forward to this Slegers era. So yeah, definitely.
She should have played softball with a name like Slegers.
Yeah.
Sluggers.
I know. I don't even know if they have softball in the Netherlands. What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below. And we will be back soon. Big games over the weekend, so we'll see what happens. We'll talk to everyone later. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye.